So Wizard101 is having its own event currently going on, and I do want to give some input on it because I've seen a lot of mixed reviews, including myself. I'm not too much of a fan of this event, but I do want to at least talk about it in a video and give awareness to it because I've seen people say a lot of things, a lot of different opinions, and I kind of want to voice those opinions as well and just kind of make it, or like a little bit amplify it in a sense and try to get my point across as well. So the event that Wizard101 is hosting and it's currently going on is called the Get More Gear Contest, and it's all around Darkmoor. Now, of course, as I mentioned in countless videos, that Darkmoor is going to be the world that comes out later this year. We don't know if it's going to be like an expansion in this area or if it's going to be a whole separate area. Like, of course, it's going to be its own world, but like if any of these things correlate. But when it comes to that, they're doing an event themed around that. So there is an event on the website right here. I'll pull it up for you guys. You can see right here, Get More Gear Contest. Go to the depths of Darkmoor. Community event challenges you to farm, fight, and survive Mouser's Cold Wrath. The wizard who collects the most tier 1 Darkmoor gear by the end of the event gets the brand new upcoming bundle. And then here's the challenge. Just literally, they even changed some of this text. This was not here before, I believe, and I don't think they changed anything else beyond that. But literally, it's just whoever collects the most Darkmoor pieces, the tier 1 robe, like literally whatever's in this picture. I don't know. Yeah, every hat robe boot. So no wands. That's why we don't even see the wand. So they're only showcasing hat robe boots, and second chance chests don't count. Now, this wasn't on here before, like I said earlier. People were asking a lot in the Wizard101's official server, asking about this, and him being like, hey, like, if you have the money, you can technically just spam the chest. But I'm be honest, I don't think you really should. You won't be winning as much if you think about it. And there is no submission, so there's no like video needed, there's no footage needed. They're literally just, it starts, what did it start? It started like 2 days ago, realistically. And the event will end at the launch of Test Room. Now, we don't know when the launch of Test Room is. It could be the end of this month, which I'd highly doubt because we do have a KI Live later this month as well. So I think it's probably gonna be like somewhere mid to early October. That is my guess. It depends on how teasers go. Based upon teasers, we kind of get a rough idea. If they're pushing out a lot of teasers, that means Test Room soon. But if it's like, very minuscule teasers like here and there every couple weeks, that doesn't mean it's going to be happening anytime soon. So we'll have to see about that when it comes to, I don't know what the actual date is. I know a lot of people have been asking me. I don't know. I generally don't know. But it talks about how to participate and everything like that. Like, you just have to have it unlocked. You go to the graveyard, defeat Mouser the Undying, and you farm it. Realistically it. And then the reward. Now this is here's the kicker. The wizard, emphasis on the wizard, meaning singular. So whoever is the #1 player that gets the most tier 1 drops till the end of the event wins the new upcoming bundle. Now, I know people are confused about this. They think that this means a Techmancer bundle, which I've covered already on the channel. This is not in reference into that. Now, every time we get a world, and people have kind of got the idea of this by now, we always get a bundle themed around the world. So for Salinopolis, we had like that Crocotopia house with like that gear, and that was like themed around Salinopolis. That's what the bundle was. And for Wallaroo, we had like the Wallaroo Outback bundle as well. So they've been consistently doing that. So for Darkmoor, we're gonna have like a bundle a little bit before Darkmoor release, of course, or maybe even after. It depends on what their scheduling looks like this year. But that will have a house, will have some gear themed around Darkmoor. Now, of course, there's already been plenty of leaks, right? And I'm not too sure if I'm allowed to even post them or even talk about them, but just outright, I'm gonna say the gear is not the best stat-wise. So if you're trying to chase over stats, don't worry about it. I will eventually cover it on the channel, assuming I will. But the gear isn't the most outrageous stat-wise. Aesthetic-wise, of course, it looks good. The house looks good. The mount looks good. It's already been leaked plenty of times, but that's all I'm gonna really say about that. But they haven't even the bundle will be officially announced later, released at a later date. Stay tuned. So I'm assuming the person that wins will get it like a tad bit earlier before the official release happens, whenever that happens. And then the rules are no cheating. Good luck. Now, I think the thing that a lot of people are talking about is first it was the chest, but they addressed it now. It doesn't count towards the total. And the other thing that people were concerned about was there's only one winner. Now, they've done plenty of events in the past, and I don't participate anymore. And this is just a personal preference, right? The last time I've participated in an event, which most of you guys would know, is the Nightmare event. And that was like the world's first event back like whenever, right? And you know, we were able to get world's first, and the rewards were actually good. You know, you got a set of Dreamweaver gear, you got the mount, and you got 10k crowns. Now comparing that to this, or my bad, to this is different. Of course, you get a full-on bundle, and you know, you get like 5k crowns with it. So hey, you know, difference to a certain extent, right? If you guys have made it this far into the video, just wanted to remind you guys that 75% of you guys that watch me on a daily basis are not subscribed. So do me a huge favor and subscribe. We're on that grind to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. All right, now let's get back into the rest of the video. The thing is with the events moving forward, ever since that event, in my opinion at least, like world's first events are a little bit different in my opinion, even when it comes to raids and such, when if they ever do a world's first raid event, which I don't think they ever should, just because nowadays at least data mining has been going crazy. Like just anyone just kind of just data mines anything that's related to a raid or a fight, anything that kind of just ruins it. That's why I'm very like kind of scared if they ever do an event like that. Like of course maybe I'll participate, maybe, but it's just always that factor of data mining and all that stuff. So everything just kind of just gets ruined for that raid, I guess, or like that dungeon, I guess. And then when it comes to this thing as well, it says right here, rules, no cheating. Now cheaters have been have been getting increased recently from what I've seen, and just even judging by it. And a lot of people have realized that, and I'm pretty sure the devs have realized that too. So a lot of people are just kind of like, well, you know, are they really going to be consistent with this and actually make sure people aren't cheating? Because people just, you know, realistically just bot the entire thing and just leave it on for however many days, and the winner can just be a person that bots. And that depends on their systems, or if they're able to detect something like that. And it just really comes down to that. So it's like, you know, people are like, okay, well, there's only going to be one winner, you know, there's going to be some cheaters involved. Is there even really a point to even participate in this event? And it just comes down to you as a player. Now obviously I'm not participating. I don't think it's even worth my time to participate, and that's because I'm farming tier 1 Darkmoor gear. Now you guys already know I already have a max of every character. None of my alts need Darkmoor gear. I'm too far gone. That's the best way to put it, unless I'm like collecting aesthetics, I guess, because it is account based from what it seems like. I don't think it's player based. It doesn't specify. Oh yeah, no, it says right here, never mind. Gear drops are tracked per character, not per account. So you can't just be switching between all your characters and be like, okay, well, one day I'm just gonna farm on my fire, next day I'm gonna farm on my death. Doesn't work. So pick your character that you're gonna farm on. Good thing I clocked that. But you know, I don't really need this gear. And you as a player have to think to yourself, is it worth really dedicating this much time when you don't even know the end date and just going to be constantly farming Darkmoor gear? You know, of course, if you're level 100, you're going to be farming Darkmoor gear. Maybe, you know, maybe you're still trying to farm it. And, you know, hey, you're like, hey, maybe I'll participate in this event too. There, you have a valid reason. But for majority of the max players, I don't think they're going to be participating unless, of course, you know, there's going to be some cheating involved and people are going to be doing that. Kind of just ruins the integrity of the event. So I'm hoping that they do a better way to address this event. I don't think, like, of course their marketing's pretty decent. You know, they promoted it on Twitter, they promoted it on Discord, and stuff like that. But I think they need to reassess some things. I think, of course, increase the rewards. Only having one person win is not that great in my opinion for like something like this, because this is a dungeon that majority of people are going to be running 4 people, right? There might be some people who run 3, 2, 1, right? There's, of course, there's a variety of players, but the people that are trying to min-max their time, it's going to be a group of 4 players, right? So when it comes to that, do you really think at the end of the day it's fair to the player base to only have one winner? It just kind of makes it like, hey, I'm just not going to farm with my friends. I'm just going to do it myself. Also, another thing is people can quad box. Like me, for example. Like I have like multiple alt accounts, right? If I really wanted to, I could participate in this event run my 4 accounts and do the dungeon by myself, and I have 4 separate accounts. So isn't that in a way 4 separate entries if you think about it? Which they don't have that addressed either. So like I said, I'm hoping they do a better way of addressing this. In my opinion, I feel like when it comes to like events like this, there needs to be a little bit more, how do I describe it? A little bit more thorough on the rules, making sure that you answer all the community's questions regarding an event. There's always going to be questions whenever it comes to an event, and you know, judging by like the community response, I've seen a lot of mixed reviews. I've seen a majority has been just negative, and I can understand why. I mean, I'm kind of part of that as well. I don't see like, I mean, the plus realistically is just, hey, new bundle, yeah, you know, cool. But majority of it is just more like, okay, well, people are going to quad box, people are going to use multiple accounts, there's going to be people who are cheating, there's going to be like other things involved too. So and the rewards are just one person's winning. So I think as a, you know, as a community, voice your opinion obviously in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think of the event. Of course, I'm gonna have my own separate take, and it's okay that, like, you know, like some of you guys might not agree with me at all. I'd be like, Almond, well, you know, we're not like you, we don't have multiple accounts, you know, stuff like that. But still, you know, you get the gist, right, of what I'm trying to prove. People can just run multiple accounts and just, you know, run the event nonstop as much as we thought. And there's not really a way to track your thing. I know some people even want like a leaderboard, like in-game, like a leaderboard that says, hey, more, it will be called like, you know, more gear contest or whatever, and they'll show like a leaderboard and they'll track how much drops you've gotten. Some people want that, but depends on their code, and I don't think they'll really do that. I'll be surprised, realistically. If anything, they might like announce it themselves every week, but in game, I don't think that will happen. I think I can see them maybe in the Discord, maybe on Twitter, be like, hey, this week so and so, like for example, let's just use me as an example. Oh, this week Anthony Thunder has gained 20 Darkmoor tier 1 pieces, and he's currently #1 on the boards, following so and so, so and so, so and so. I can see them doing that, but I don't see them having like an in-game board that people are requesting, just because, you know, they're busy working on Darkmoor, they're busy working on the new world, new bosses, new mechanics, new spells, which I've even talked about in a YouTube short. There's a teaser if you guys haven't watched that. Watch that little YouTube short. I talk about the new spell that they teased out. But hey, you know what I mean? They're busy working on other stuff. I don't think they're gonna dedicate time to implement a leaderboard in game that will showcase the, you know, the boards for who has the most key and stuff. I don't think so. I mean, hey, we all can be optimistic. Don't get me wrong. Usually I'm optimistic when it comes to that type of stuff. But I mean, I just think part of me doesn't really think that they're gonna be doing that because there's too much stuff to be focusing on when it comes to like Darkmoor at least. But overall, this is just my opinion, this is just my take. I will say at the end of the day, you guys realistically let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think of this event, right? Do you plan on participating in this, you know, Darkmoor gear event, right? Do you feel like the rewards are not the best? Do you feel like you're worried about like cheating stuff or people farming on multiple accounts? There's a lot of different things that you guys can talk about, and I'm, you know, I would be looking forward to all your comments in the comment section down below, of course. But that is it for me, and leave a like, subscribe, all that type of stuff. Appreciate everyone that's been subscribing. The growth on the channel has been immaculate. We're slowly approaching 9k, and then hopefully 10k by the end of the year. I know when Darkmoor comes out, we'll be posting a lot. I literally will be, and I will need your guys' support too, because especially with the amount of bosses, you know how usually the world is, there's gonna be a lot of different cheats, a lot of different mechanics. If you guys want to help with any sort of that, like help me with any of my content, join the Discord. I'm gonna have a test realm section in the Discord, and anything that's like boss related, I want people to like help me write down cheats or write down spells that they use. I would really appreciate that, and it would help making videos just drastically easier, and making strats of course as well. But that is it for me. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.